All right, guys, so I was driving this thing last night and it started making a weird noise. I might be overthinking it, but we're gonna get it on the lift over there and I'm gonna take the oil pan off and check everything, make sure there's no metal in the oil pan, crank it over, make sure nothing's hanging up or anything, and hopefully there's nothing wrong with it, but we're about to find out. All right, guys, from in here, it sounds pretty normal. I don't really hear anything. It's like a low RPM, and under a little bit of load, you can kind of hear it. I don't know if you guys hear anything behind the camera. Honestly, it sounds pretty normal. All right, we went for a drive because I was trying to show the old man the noise, and now finally it got back and I can hear it. I'll put you guys out there so you can hopefully hear the noise that I'm talking about. I thought about that earlier.
I think you're spitting out exhaust through your header bolt.
Oh. Well, that'll be an easy fix if that's actually the problem. I'm gonna tighten those up, see how loose they are, and we'll start it back up and see how it is. Well, I checked all the header bolts and they seem to be pretty tight, but I did find number 6 or number 4 spark plug wire was a little bit loose. So we pushed that on there a little bit further and we'll start it up and see how it is now. Seems to make the noise worse when it's hot. So we're thinking it's one of two things now. So when I got my injectors clean, Mike said that the injectors were more than 10% deviated, which means that the one that is shooting the most fuel is 10% more than the one that is shooting the least fuel. So some of the cylinders aren't firing all the same. So it's either gonna be an injector problem or I'm gonna take all the spark plugs out and we're gonna do a quick compression test. And if that's not right, then we have some other serious issues. Hopefully they are all the same. 175, but it's leaking down pretty fast.
Yeah, well, it's about 40 years old.
So is it actually reading right?
Yeah.
It's just a little old.
It's really close.
So your gauge is broken that I'm checking.
It's your valve.
I hope it's your freaking valve and not my engine. Well, the last one with the leaky valve from 30 years ago was at 175, but it leaked down pretty fast. So we'll see if this valve is any better. It should build up to the same pressure. We'll just hopefully it doesn't leak down as fast. Well, guys, we checked out the compression on all 8 cylinders, and they're all within 148 to 150 psi. So those all look really good. I do have a problem with all the spark plugs looking a little bit different, especially that side, which is where the noise is coming from. It's got a lot of different looks to those spark plugs. These all look a little bit better, but they do look a little bit lean. I think more than 10% deviation in the injectors, just like Daddy Mike was telling me, is causing the issue. Probably gonna get some of those ordered maybe tomorrow or over the weekend. And then hopefully this thing will run a hell of a lot better than what it did before. But that's gonna be the end of this week's video. So come back next week to see what those injectors do, and hopefully we're going to the track. I'll see you later, guys.